Tonerider sent me a pack of their brand new noiseless pickups, and these are called the Tonerider APEX Blackguard. And these are designed to give you that single coil tone but without any buzz. And after using the Gatton JBE pickups now for over 15 years or so, these are dead silent. So if you like to play the clean, you still get that nice Tele twang, or if you like to play with a lot of drive, there's no buzz. It's a really cool experience. I'm going to talk about how these compare up against other pickups that I've tried at the end, but you're about to hear this in context of a jam track to begin with, and then we'll get over to some isolated tones. I'll go through the clean blues, sort of crunch tones and higher gain sounds, and show you what these are capable of, again, without any buzz. Let's get into it. Alright, let me give you a quick rundown of these pickups and what you need to know about them. So as I've already mentioned, they're 100% noiseless, and they absolutely are. I didn't even know my guitar was on just then. So yeah, they're very, very quiet even when you throw on as much drive as you want, which is fantastic. Now the bridge pickup comes in at 11.8K and the neck pickup is 8.6K. And obviously I'm a lefty. If you're a righty, you can plonk these into your guitar and it won't be a problem. Now, in terms of how they feel and sound and all that kind of stuff, it feels like a great set of 50s Tele pickups. It almost feels better than that because the neck pickup doesn't have any sort of woolly sounding thing to it. It's nice and snappy. Same with the middle position, and bridge sounds like a rockin' bridge pickup tone that sounds great both clean and dirty. If you like to throw on a whole lot of overdrive, distortion and gain, they're not going to squeal, which is awesome. And I was using that through a real amp in the room. No digital stuff at all. So yeah, these do a really great job at handling the higher gain tones. My guitar's loaded with 250K pots, and I didn't switch them out to 500. You don't need to. Same with the Strat. If you're wondering, hey, what pots do I need? Just stick with 250 and you'll be in business. The magnet in the bridge pickup is an Alnico 3 rod, and we get an Alnico 5 rod in the neck position. And again, they feel nice and balanced. We'll talk more about it later. Let's make some noise. Here we go. All right, let's make some noise. So what I'm doing today, I'm going through the clean channel of my PV Classic 50, but it's being split out to the single 12-inch speaker on my Marshall. So the Marshall is off. I'm just using it as a speaker cab. I've got 3 mics set up for this beautiful clean tone. I hope you like it. And we're going to start on neck pickup, and I'll play the same thing through each of the 3 pickups. Here we go. It's got that classic Telecaster snap on the note, which I love. They kind of remind me a little bit of the twisted Tele pickups that give you that really nice sort of snap on the neck. It's got that sort of stratty neck pickup tone, which is what I actually really like. They don't sound scooped or spiky or anything like that. It's pretty cool. Let's try some more clean tones, starting on the neck pickup. Wow. I'm actually really impressed. These are beautiful. I've had the same pickups in my Tele for years, and these are very nice. I'll talk more about that later. Up next, I'm going to show you some bluesy tones, and I'm using the left-hand side of the Royal Flush. Now, the great thing about these pickups, they clean up beautifully. So I'll start with the volume control down. Sounds basically dead clean all the way up. Man, it's got the snap on the top end. These aren't missing that whatsoever, but again, it doesn't sound nasty. It sounds like a Telecaster, which is cool. Let's crank up the gain a little bit more. I'm going to be using both sides of the Royal Flush, and I'll start on bridge pickup here. I'll just play some rhythm ideas. I mean, there you go, right? That's a great tone. And if we want to add some delay and some extra drive, thanks to a clon style pedal, we can get gnarly. And while the noise floor's risen up when I use that pedal, there's no buzz. They're dead quiet. Yeah. Anyway, you get the point. So the sustain's there, there's no buzz, there's no weird squealing or anything like that. And again, I got two massive speaker boxes behind me up at a relatively loud volume. Not super loud in the room, but loud enough to annoy maybe the neighbors. All right, let me give you my final thoughts on these pickups. So I've been using the Joe Barden, B-A-R-D-E-N pickups, the Danny Gatton ones now for many years. I changed them out for about 3 months at one point, went back to single coils, missed the JBE pickup so much that I ended up putting them back in and have never left this guitar again. If you've seen me with another guitar with single coils, that was a completely different Telecaster to this, which I've sold. So I've only got one Fender Tele left, and that's this one. So I was a bit reluctant to change pickups over to the Toneriders because I love the Danny Gatton pickups. I thought it's going to be a lot of work sort of changing out the pickups, putting them back in, but after hearing these and doing a side-by-side, which is coming up, these are great. I got to say, these have more of the traditional Telecaster vibe. I haven't used these live yet, so there's always, that's the X factor in any sort of actual review. They might sound good you know, in the studio, but when you take them out and play live, that's where you start to notice these things that might make the difference. But I've already done it back to back, and that'll be coming up after this video at a later date. And I've got to say, I'm very impressed with how these sound. They do the clean thing beautifully, and they handle as much drive as you want to throw at them. And they sound so much better than the Fender Noiseless pickups, which I've had and tested all of them. And they've just got a really nice sort of airiness to them without that weird sort of spiky, harsh top end. Now, the latest generation of Fender pickups are probably their best ones, but I wouldn't buy them over this if you're looking to upgrade to Noiseless. These are a much better sound, and they look good. Everything about them was easy to install, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, now I've got to make the long-term decision after I test these live, whether or not they'll stay in over my JBE pickups, which are in a box right here. So, yeah, that'll remain to be seen. But as of right now, I'm very impressed with these. I got to test the Telecaster APEX Classics, which are still in my Strat. I was kind of debating whether or not going back to the lace sensor pickups that I had in that guitar, but the noise-free experience at the end of the day always seems to win if it feels and sounds good. And they sound and feel good, and these sound and feel great. This is probably closer to a traditional single coil sound, but with less buzz. I'm really impressed. Anyway, let us know what you think. Thanks again for watching. Thanks to Tonerider for sending these out. If you want to take a look, I'll link them below. Catch you soon. See ya.